So far, we have discussed many things about interview skills because, whenever if you have interview, most of people are very much focusing on the technical aspect. They don't focusing on anything about the interview skills because this interview skills play very major role to selection of in the interview. So in that, just I want to add one more point. So just I want to clarify what type of questions we can expect in the interview panel. So whenever if you go to any interview, the interviewer may ask the questions like it may be 10 questions, it may be 20 questions. This entire the questions I classified into two types. Okay. So the first one is comes under question to answer. The first one is question to answer. The second one is that question to explain. That means it may be 10 questions, it may be 20 questions. The entire the entry questions I classified into two types. One is that question to answer. The second one is that question to explain. So if you don't have that much of communication skills, if you don't have that much of perfect in the fluency in English, okay, there is no problem with question to answer because everyone can give a right answers for the question to answer. But you definitely face a problem. You definitely faces some struggle when if the questions are like question to explain. Okay. So I'll give a small example to understand that, what is the question to answer questions and question to explain questions. The first comes, okay, question to answer. If the interviewer asks the question, simple question, what is your college name? Okay. For telling of this answer, for telling of your college name, you don't require any English. You don't require any communication. You can easily answer that question, right? What is your college name? It's a simple question, right? But same interviewer asks the second question. Can you describe something about your college? That means you have to explain something about your college. But if you want to explain something about your college, you require minimum communication. You require minimum English. Yes or no? So that's the reason I say that the interview panel questions I classified into two types. One is question to answer. The second one is question to explain. Same way, if the interviewer asks the one question like, what is the USP chapter number of probability? So if you want to tell that what is the USP chapter number of probability, you don't require any communication. It is very easy to tell answer if you do remember, right? So you easily can answer that it's a 1216. If the same interviewer asks the question, can you tell how did you perform the probability test? Okay. For answering of this question, you require the minimum communication and you have to explain how did you perform the test. For that, you require minimum English. Hope you understand this point. The first question, what is the USP chapter number of probability? It comes under question to answer. It's very easy. The second question, uh, can you tell how did you perform the probability test? Okay. This comes under second category. That means question to explain. So that is the reason I always, tell to all the people, whenever if you want to face the interview, okay, it's very easy to answer question to answer, but something you require the minimum communication, minimum English to tell something related to question to explain. Hope you understand this point very well.